Alright guys, so we're back to the subclass series with the Cleric, and this subclass is the Knowledge Cleric. And as always, if you're new to the channel, please remember to like and subscribe, it helps a ton. Without any further ado, let's get right into it.
First up is Blessings of Knowledge Level 1. Gives you a couple options. You can learn 2 extra languages at level 1, pretty cool early on thing. And also you get a couple extra super proficiencies kind of thing. There's a list of some different skills there that all kind of fit with what the cleric does. And you get to double your proficiency bonus in those categories. So further specifying how the rogues get expertise in certain things, basically clerics get expertise in a couple of areas there as well. At level 2, Knowledge Clerics get an additional use of their channel Divinity, which is, of course, one of the big baseline abilities that all clerics get, which they usually get turn undead or destroy undead at later levels. But domain specific, the Knowledge Domain gets knowledge of the ages. So you take the time to use your channel Divinity, and for 10 minutes, you can take any category of skill or a certain tool, and you gain proficiency with it for 10 minutes. If you're trying to accomplish a very specific task in an RP format, whether it's picking locks, you don't have a rogue in your party, or you're trying to persuade somebody to do something and there's not really a good talker in your group skill-wise, you can just choose, like, you know what, now would be a good time to go ahead and use my channel Divinity to become proficient in that exact area to help your party out in that scenario.
Alright, at level 6, you get another channel Divinity option, which is Read Thoughts.
It makes 2 now.
So you can take the ability to channel Divinity and to try to read the thoughts of a creature within 60 feet of you. If the creature fails the save, then you're able to read its foremost thoughts, what's going on right now in its mind kind of thing. And you can also use an action to stop the thought reading and to cast Suggestion on it without expending a spell slot, and the creature automatically fails the save. If the creature succeeds initially on the read thoughts, you can't use it again on the same creature until you finish a long rest. Alright, level 8, you get Potent Spellcasting. Whenever you cast a spell that is a cleric cantrip, you get to add your wisdom modifier to the damage it deals.
Alright, level 17, the big capstone ability for this domain is Visions of the Past. For the use-wise, it's a meditation thing, and you can either focus on an object or an area, be it a hallway, an alley, a street, a room, whatever the case may be. And you can learn information about what happened there on the previous time. Depending on your wisdom modifier, normally up to 5, could be longer if you've got crazy magic things going on, you get either a significant event or a significant piece of information on that item or that area over the last X number of days equal to your wisdom modifier. So it takes the time basically to go back in time and see what happened there, see what was done with this object, even though you physically weren't part of what happened there. So
Become Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, become Sherlock Holmes in the D&D realm. I see, my dear Watson.
Alright, now for our scores out of flumps, maximum of 5, we have Roleplaying Value. This class, almost every facet of the class and all of its abilities that come with the subclass deal with role-playing. You have lots of utility spells where you're casting Suggestion or manipulating people to do things certain ways or to gain proficiencies with certain things. You're gaining proficiencies in skills, you're gaining languages, you're gaining all these different options to read minds, to look into the past of objects and areas. So pretty much every ability that you're getting is going to have an RP element to it.
It's called the Knowledge Domain. Like, the class is built around learning things either you may know, may not know, or should have no business knowing, but you get to learn it anyway.
Exactly. So needless to say, we gave it a 5 out of 5 Flumferinos.
The Italian ones. Alright, on to the combat side of things. We're looking at 2 flumps. Pair, a deuce. And there's not a lot there with combat. You do get to add your wisdom modifier to your cleric cantrips, which is something, but usually you're talking about a cap of 5 damage, which you get toward the end. It's not a lot going on. The only reason why this really wasn't a 1 was you get a really strong use your channel Divinity for reading minds, and then becomes a mind control and Suggestion for free. So you're not, without using a spell slot, if they fail your saving throw, you can then read their mind and then take control of their mind with Suggestion without them having to make one saving throw against a spell. So that's pretty cool crowd control.
Lastly, we have the overall class synergy, and we gave this a 3 out of 5 because it doesn't really hurt the class much with the synergy. It gives bonuses to the channel Divinity, as all the subclasses do for a cleric, It also has some utility spells that it gives that kind of suit well with the subclass in general as a theme, but it also doesn't really gain anything major that impacts and synergizes well with the class that any other subclass doesn't get. Like I said, all the classes get some kind of thing with Channel Divinity, so it's not really helping the class a whole lot, not really hurting the class, it just kind of exists as an option. It's a solid middle ground.
As we kind of delve into more of these Cleric domains, because there are a bunch of them, we'll kind of see that the Cleric baseline, I think, is the more open classes of all of them, because there are so many domains to pick from. I think they tried to maybe prevent it from hurting specific domains by how the baseline went. So we'll see as we go through the rest of these how that pans out. Guys, that is our walkthrough of the Knowledge domain for the Clerics in 5th edition. Overall, got some interesting things, especially on the RP side. Some combat things, but more of an RP-based class. I think it's got a very good use in a big group, especially if you got some extra. Having that guy who can just pretty much learn anything he wants to, knowledge-wise, can be super, super helpful.
Yeah, if you're in like a mystery type of setting campaign, it could be really interesting as well.
Well, thanks so much for watching, guys. Make sure you leave a comment for other videos you'd like to see, whether it's in part of this series or something else. Any questions you have, please leave a like and let us know. And always subscribe, hit the button, the little bell for notifications about our next and upcoming videos. Thanks so much for watching, guys.
The damage modifier of your wisdom spell casting thing and is blah 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 blah. Oh, it actually says cleric cantrip. That's even worse. Gosh, that's really bad. I'll just do the whole thing again. Okay. Third time's charm. To the damage you deal with any cleric spell. Cantrip.
It's the shortest one.
Gosh, man, it's screw it. I'll do it one more time.
Go for it.
Phew, that was hard.
I'm trying to hold it together over here.
All right.